All right, my friends, hope you're all doing well. So we're going to do our live budget here. I'm just waiting for my wife. She's got to turn her phone off. She's got to get her microphone on. Sorry, we are running a bit late today.
I have to go get my water.
Hold on tight, my friends. 2 minutes and we'll get going here. So we have the, sorry guys. As soon as you go towards the door, CC starts barking. He thinks that somebody's at the door. So we have the GoPro for the camera today, and we do have some new microphones. They come in a nice fancy case here. Kind of hard to see, but we'll see how those work. Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you can hear me okay. That would be great. I'm just going to check this out here. Wait for Jennifer. She should be here any minute. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Let me know if you can. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Oh, sounds like you can.
Hello, what's wrong?
There you go. You can use a magnet if you want to, if you don't want to use a clip-on, babe. It's got a little magnet there. So you can either clip these microphones on, or they also have a magnet as well. So, all right, guys, we'll get going with the budget here. We want to make this short and sweet today. Not too terribly long.
Yep, I got Spanish homework to do.
Yeah, Jennifer's got Spanish homework to do. And I've got homework to do as well. Excuse me, guys, a little bit parched. All right, my love, take it away. What do you got here?
I was doing this budget and I got a little excited. It was right around $2,500. I'm like, oh no, it was like $2,600. I'm like, that's kind of good. And you know what? If that was $2,500, I think I'd be doing cartwheels. And then I realized I forgot your Amazon purchases. So it's just like all the others.
Yeah, but some of my Amazon purchases I paid for myself out of my allowance.
Right, and I did not take them out of that.
Okay.
Because I don't know what was what. But anyway, so our grand total for this month is $43,215.
Oh.
Or $2,575 US or 3,500 Canadian. Next slide, please, Maestro.
There you go.
So we had to go renew our passports, and there's in the area that we are in, the closest Canadian consulates are either Playa del Carmen or Cancun. Now, technically, Playa del Carmen is closer, but we hadn't been to Cancun yet, and we hadn't really spent any amount of time in Cancun yet. So we chose to go to the consulate in Cancun. and made a little mini holiday of it. So that is what our holiday cost was, 12,781 pesos, which is a little shy of 100 Canadian dollars for 3 nights.
That's not bad.
No, for 3 nights, not bad. I'm sure if we were to go to Jasper for 3 days, it would be more. So we thoroughly enjoyed it. We really didn't get out of the, well, I shouldn't say that. I was going to say we didn't get out of the tourist zone, but we did. We went to a lovely beach. Maybe you saw that video called Punta Blanca? Punto Blanco. Punta Blanco. Blanca.
Blanco or Blanca? One of the
Isla
two.
Blanca. Isla Blanca.
Isla Blanca.
Okay. So that was a really out of the way beach for us to go to. Just locals and very few of them. It was a weekday. I don't remember what day, Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday, I think. And there were some tourists there, but only because I think further down the beach there were some resorts. Only one I can think off the top of my head was Planet Hollywood. Perhaps Iberostar, I'm not quite sure. But anyway, so I'm thinking they just walked down the beach to the point from their resort. But there wasn't very many of them. But it was a beautiful beach. I cannot wait to go back there. But we just loved the feeling of being in Cancun, and it just feels like home to me. So I think that, in a few years after we've trekked through Mexico a little bit, we're going to try Cancun out.
Yeah, more than likely. We'll be living in Cancun eventually, I think.
Yeah.
We like the city life, and we like the Caribbean, so
we love the Caribbean. Now, we certainly can't afford to live on the beach, and certainly not in Cancun. But I think I have gained and will gain even more tips and tricks as to how to get away from the beach and pay a little less. So, and that's what I mean by we didn't really get out of the tourist area, because our hotel was right by the Isla Mujeres ferry. So that was touristy. And then we had an appointment at the consulate, which is right in the hotel zone. The dentist, I did a dentist appointment, and it was right by a hostel. So I think we were still in a hotel kind of zone. It was by a hospital and a hostel. So still kind of touristy. And I did not like the traffic. I got to be honest. I did not like the traffic there. But I think if you live outside of that tourist bubble, it should be less. I'm hoping.
No.
We'll find out in a few years.
Well, it's going to be busier down there because it's close to the coast, and that's where all the tourists are. So you go inland a few blocks, I don't think it's going to be as bad, the traffic. So
I want to point out Kiosk Verde for 2,190 pesos. It was the first meal we had on the day that we arrived. It was dinner. I don't know, maybe you want to tell this story about how they hosed us at this kiosk. It was a fish restaurant, and I don't remember what we ate.
Oh, well, we had seafood. The prices were pretty reasonable, but then the guy come out and he's like, "Oh, you want to buy some mezcal?" And we're like, "Yeah, sure, I'll have a couple of drinks. Why not?" And then he just brought out these unmarked bottles, and he said, "Here, smell this, smell this." And we're like, "Okay," so we picked one, and without asking the price of the mezcal, so me and Jennifer had 2 drinks each, 4 drinks of mezcal, and we got the bill, and the drinks were 300 pesos each. Yeah, so, yeah.
The bill was twice as much as we were expecting.
Yeah, the booze was more money than our meal.
Yeah, so that's, and we don't normally do that. Like, we don't normally drink much at all.
No.
And
and it's our own fault for not asking how much is this mezcal that you're selling us. They say it was $300 a pop, so $1,200 just for our drinks. For
And we
4
never
drinks.
drink mezcal. We
Yeah, we
never
never-
drink mezcal, ever. So I don't really know what we were thinking. I guess we were just hanging loose, I think. Just relaxing.
Hanging loose and relaxing and not thinking straight. On holiday mode, sure, bring me some mezcal. I'll have 2 shots. Yeah.
So the rest of the meals were like McDonald's and gas stations, Subway.
Not quite.
We ate at one other restaurant.
Yeah, we were only there for 3 nights, and we ate at a really nice restaurant overlooking the Caribbean Ocean. It was a rooftop restaurant. It was actually beautiful, and it was the prices were good. I mean, even at the other places, the food was reasonable. It wasn't that expensive. It was only the drinks. The food itself was pretty much par what we would pay here for what we had. I mean, we had seafood, so I believe I had shrimp. That's what I always have. So, anyway, it was good regardless, and lesson learned. When they bring a bottle with no markings on it, ask how much.
Yeah, and mezcal used to be the crap that nobody would drink. Like, when did it become so boutique?
Oh, that was years ago when you used to live here. How many decades ago was that?
Many.
Yeah, many decades ago. Yeah. I really got burnt on the weekend here, guys. My skin is peeling. We were in the sun for like 4 hours. I didn't bring my hat, and we had no umbrella because we were waiting for Riley. We were stuck at the beach with no umbrella, waiting for the umbrella to show up. No. Oh, well. Anyway, we'll carry on with the budget. So that's the Cancun trip. So we went there for renew our Canadian passports, which we did, no problem. You want to talk about that a bit, babe?
I didn't talk about it yet?
No, not really. No.
Okay. Excuse me. So really, I just Googled how do you renew your passport? How do you renew your Canadian passport in Mexico? And there's tons of answers out there. So there's, I always like to go to the source, so I use the Canadian government website, and it tells you, these are your steps, and this is what you do. So you had to fill out the form, and you had to follow. You had to fall within parameters, and I think it was no name changes, no marital status changes, just a simple renewal, basically, is what it boiled down to.
Hey, Keith. Sorry. How are you, buddy?
So are you sure I didn't talk about this yet?
No.
I talked about it while we were driving, I think, in Cancun. You haven't done that video yet. Okay. Anyway, so you get this twice then. So I filled out the forms, and there were instructions on how to pay for your renewals, and it was. Can you maybe go to the next slide, because I think that the cost of the passports will be on the next slide. Try again. Okay. So passports. That's right. 520, because I got the cost of the passport pictures in there too. So it was 520 to renew 2. So that's 210 for a 10-year passport for each of us. So there's instructions how do you log into CRA and create an account and pay that bill, and then you need a copy of that receipt. So you have to be able to print that receipt to bring with you and you got to print your application too and sign it. And they have parameters for your passport pictures, which you can print off and bring to the photographer.
Yeah, there's places where you can go if you just look online, or if you know someone who had it done, where you get your passport picture taken here. In Merida, we had to go to a special place. It's not like the drugstore back home where you go to London Drugs and they do it. It's a photography place that specializes in doing passport pictures.
Well, what I did was I went to the consulate website, which the CRA website
Yeah.
or Service Canada, whatever, suggested, and the consulate had photographers in close to them. So I took the name. So we were going to the Cancun one, but I was getting the pictures done in Merida. So I just took the name of one of the.
Oh no! What did I do?
I just took the name of one of the photographers in Cancun and looked to see if there was one in Merida, and there was. So it was a chain, and I went to that one, and I don't remember the name of it, but yeah, I just did my research. You can do the exact same research. The same information I found online, you can find online. So basically, the passport pictures, receipt for the payment, and the renewal form. You take you make an appointment with the Canadian consulate online, and you're sent a confirmation number. And I ended up making an appointment for each of us because I didn't know if each of us needed one or if I could make one appointment for both of us. But what ended up happening is we were late for the one appointment. So they ended up doing us both at the same time anyway. So I think you probably, I don't know. They didn't seem to care that they were doing us together. So
No.
I think it probably just limits the amount of people that are in that tiny little office at the same time.
Yeah, you go in there and you're just in a tiny little waiting room, and then she talks to you through plexiglass. So you don't even go really into the office. You're in there in a waiting room with a security guard. You're basically in the waiting room with the security guard and the metal detector that you walk through to get in there.
Yeah.
And you got to put your phone in a lock box. It's really weird. I don't understand that, but you got to take your phone and put it inside a tiny little lock box that they lock it up, your cell phone, and any electronics that you have. Like I had my GoPro with me, and I had to put in that in there as well. So I don't know, unless they don't want you videotaping, don't want you recording, whatever. It was kind of odd anyway. But it was really, we were in and out of there. It took longer to drive there than what we were there. And it's all
we ran into
security.
traffic.
You go down. We drive through the hotel zone, through Cancun, because it's just on the other side of the hotel zone. You go down into under parking garage at security. He lets you in. You have your appointment. You tell him where you're going, and then he tells you where to go park. We go upstairs. Tell us where to go. We park basically right across from where we had to go, and we go upstairs. And yeah, I swear we were there for maybe 15 minutes.
Yeah. And
Not
she just went through the paperwork, make sure it was right. You have to surrender your old passport, and they send everything back to Canada, and Canada processes it and sends it back to the consulate in Cancun, and then she couriered it to us.
Yeah, and she said it was a maximum of
20 business days.
20 business days.
Which is about exactly the amount of time that I had before I traveled. So you can't really travel without a passport. So, but she was not worried that I wouldn't get it in time, and I did, because they were simple renewals. I've never lost a passport or anything. So
Yeah, so from Mexico, it was less than 20 days to get passports. And if we were in Cancun, it would have even been less. So, I mean, because it gets sent out from Cancun to Canada and then back to Cancun, and then she couriered it to us through DHL, yeah.
Yeah. And she called me to confirm, because my living address was not the same as my shipping address. And she called to confirm. She remembered, obviously, our conversation, and called to confirm which address she wanted it shipped. I wanted it shipped to. And our friends, like a week later, went to Playa del Carmen to do it, and they had a pretty similar experience.
Yeah.
And
I thought that was odd that they were told to go to Playa del Carmen, and we went.
They chose to go to Playa. Playa's closer, and they hadn't really. They wanted to do a resort.
Well, that's
a little
good, my
bit
friend.
closer.
Yeah. No worries, brother. Yeah, I just thought it was odd that they went to Playa del Carmen.
Why is it odd when Playa is closer? And they wanted to do a Mayan Riviera resort stay at the same time.
Yeah, I didn't realize it. Like, I just thought it was weird that you could do it in Playa del Carmen as well as in Cancun.
Yes, I mean, they're
Because
so
Playa del
close
Carmen,
together that
yeah,
you'd think one would have been sufficient. And
yeah.
then Merida's got nothing,
Well, that's
which is
good.
4 hours away.
Yeah, yeah.
They're an
Merida's,
hour apart. Let's put two of them an hour apart.
yeah,
Make
yeah,
the people in Merida go to
yeah,
one of
yeah.
those ones. It don't matter. It don't matter.
No. Yeah, I'm sure eventually there will be one here in Merida, though, because Merida is growing so rapidly. So I'm almost 100% positive there will be one in Merida here.
I'm
Yeah, I
curious.
highly recommend it. We love Mexico, and we've never had no problem here. Like you said, we've been coming here for 12 years prior to us moving here. There's thousands of expats that live here, thousands of them.
I'm curious to know what the turnover for passports is within Canada because I know they were having issues there for a while. I think they were on strike or something. I mean, probably not anymore, but because my sister's traveling and she needed to renew. But I'm wondering if it's 20 days like it was here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so let's get back to the budget then.
Careful, don't hit none of the
in
wires.
In a nutshell, we loved Cancun and we can't wait to
I'm
go
just
back.
gonna interrupt Jen. The camera is really sensitive. I don't know why. Like I said, I'm using the GoPro for the camera, and I lost connection a couple of times. So you start adding a whole bunch of devices. Now we've got the camera connected to the laptop. You know, now I've got microphones connected to the laptop, and you just bump the cord, the USB cord for the GoPro, and it was going all wonky there earlier when I was testing it out. So I was telling Jennifer, just be careful. Don't touch anything on the table. We have a placemat here. She was moving it around. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, babe.
Yeah, I just wanted to say we loved just being in Cancun, and I think we both agree that we'll go back there before we head off to Jalapa
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, we're going to make another trip to Cancun for sure before we go to Jalapa in a few months.
I'll try an Airbnb this time. Okay, let's go back to the
8 days. Yeah, that's
budget
great.
then.
That's great.
Groceries, we spent 8,000 pesos on groceries, or 477 US, 478 basically, or 650 Canadian. For two people, that's pretty high. But as a caveat, I did start a diet, and so there was a couple of extra grocery shops in there that wouldn't normally, just to get the right ingredients. And I think we're where we want to be with the groceries. I think, don't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe 6,000 would be better, but
yeah,
not in Merida. It won't happen.
No,
because I can't take off to the market every.
No,
Maybe we should go check out
the market here in
closer
town.
markets.
Yeah, in the small little community by where we live.
Yeah.
Now I'm in an expat group in Jalapa, and I'm seeing the prices there. What people are talking, it's substantially cheaper than Merida. So we'll see when we get there. I'm excited to show you guys that budget from there. So I know, like I said, supply and demand in Merida is booming, right? So Jalapa, not so much. So we'll see. No, you know what? I seen someone commented about that. Oh, Pierre Poliev said something about the passport changing with Terry Fox and whatnot. No, Terry Fox is still on it, and there's no
Vimy Ridge is in there.
Yeah, everything. It's not the new design, what he was talking about anyway, with somebody swimming in the pond in the background.
It
At
could have
their
been
cabin
just,
or whatever.
it could have been proposed changes, maybe not.
Yeah,
passed.
no, it's still the same design. That was the first thing I looked at actually, because I seen Pierre was talking about that one day, just a little while ago. Actually, I seen that on YouTube. So yeah, still the old design, the one that we got anyway. Next one.
Yep.
Okay.
It didn't. Oh, it did move. Just look.
Pardon?
It said it didn't move, and they went, "Oh, it did move. It just looks the same."
Mm.
Dining out. A little more back to normal over last month, where we spent over 10,000 pesos over dining out. Boston pizza. Oh, right. When we went and got our passport pictures, we were in Caucal and hungry,
Yeah.
so we stopped at Boston Pizza. Did you order pizza?
Yeah, I did.
I
Yeah.
got pasta and potato wedges, and we ate the crap out of those potato wedges.
You know what? I love Boston pizza, but I just back home, I find it too expensive for what you get. So I just never went there very often. I just didn't feel it was worth it, but it's not all that expensive here. And I forgot how good Boston pizza really is because it was amazing. Here, if you go to Boston Pizza, we have one not far from our house. We went there on a weekend one time. It was a Friday night, and they were lined up out the door to go
It was a
inside.
Sunday.
Oh, it was Sunday, yeah. It was a weekend anyway, and yeah, they were lined out up the door to go in there. So we're like, okay, I guess we're not having Boston pizza tonight.
Almadia. We met Riley and Almadia in Progresso.
Yeah, we ate out a fair bit this month again.
Yeah, we did. Not as much as last month, but
It still seemed like a fair bit.
yeah. IHOP again was with Riley, wasn't it? You really wanted some IHOP, and we couldn't go. So you're like, so it was a Saturday, and you're like, oh, Riley can come with us. So, Trompos, we took to Jessica and Jorge's and had a little family meal with them. Global Maya was hot air balloons, but unmanned hot air balloons.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed I didn't get enough footage of that. It was at nighttime, so my my camera on my phone was acting up. My memory card fried on my phone, and all the video that I made went onto that memory card, and it fried every picture that I took pretty well. So I got very, very limited video of that, unfortunately. I got a couple shorts, and that was it. It was pretty cool too, but you know what? We'll see something similar or the same thing again, I'm sure. But it was pretty unique anyway. Our friend David from Progresso invited us, and he's lived here for 5 years now. And it's in a town about an hour away. So they have these hot air balloons, but they're just paper, like paper balloon. They're unmanned, right? And some of them are massive, and they're all colorful, and like their designs, like what's an example of
One
one?
was a star. One was there was
Cartoon characters.
Yeah.
Like they were pretty cool. Like they were well-made balloons. They were pretty neat. Anyway, I have a little bit of footage of it, but not too much. Maybe I'll try to get some of what David has, and I'll post some pictures on our community page. Unfortunately, like I said, my video crapped out with my memory card. So
me and Jessica have started going out for breakfast once a month, just a kind of a girls' breakfast.
yeah, girls' breakfast.
Because and we go there because it's got a playhouse for Jorgito. That's I'm losing my English, but it's manned. It's monitored. So there's somebody that monitors the play place. So that's why Jessica likes it. So
Right.
But next month, Jorgito will be back in school, so maybe we'll live it up a little bit and maybe go to McDonald's.
No, Jorgito's in school now.
Yes, but for our next lunch.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people here don't like it, like vehemently don't like it. I mean, it's not like anything to write home about, but it's not terrible either.
What's that?
Casa de los Abuelos.
Oh, why is that?
I don't know why they like it or they absolutely do not like it. and they love to tell you that they don't like it. And when I see, I'm locals, I mean.
Did we go there?
Yes, we went with a large group. Dave, Angie, Josue, Cynthia showed up, Jessica and Jorge, the smooth criminals.
Oh, okay. That was in the mall.
Yeah, Angie had curly fries for breakfast.
It was all right.
Yeah,
It was
all right.
busy in there.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people in there.
Yeah. I don't have anything bad to say about it.
It was like a cafeteria
It
type.
was a lot like a Mexican style Smitty's.
Yeah, like a Mexican style Smitty's. Yeah, a Mexican cafeteria. Yeah, it was all right. Anyway,
Carol joined us this month. That's why it's a little. Although all they ate was yogurt parfait. I'm the only one that had actual breakfast. Because Jessica was dieting. Well, so was I, but I knew this was coming, so I cheated, I guess. And then Carol had already eaten, so she.
oh yeah, there's McDonald's here. There's everything here, man. There's everything. Absolutely everything pretty well. Dairy Queen. The Dairy Queen here, though, it doesn't have burgers. They
Just
only
ice cream, just the treats.
yeah, they just have treats. That's it. Yeah, they don't have the burgers, just the ice cream and.
What is their
treats.
logo? Because it's not hot eats and cool treats. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, there's all those big chains are here. There's KFC, there's Subway, there's all of it. Everything's here. Carl Jr.'s burger.
They got more than what we got in Canada.
Yeah, they got more here than what we have. That's right.
They got Burger a Fuddruckers.
Fuddruckers is here. Yeah, IHOP. Yeah, there's everything.
You really like the Fuddruckers.
Yeah, the Fuddruckers is really good. I don't know if you've never been to one, but you go there and you make your own burger. So they give you the bun and the patty. Then you go up and they have a whole cold tray full of all your condiments that you could ever imagine, and fresh condiments. And then like there's, Mexican condiments too, like jalapenos and, chilies and stuff that you wouldn't normally see, right? So it's pretty good anyway. So make your own burger. And the shakes are to die for at Fuddruckers. The shakes were amazing, made with real ice cream. Okay, so that's enough talk about dining out.
Yeah, we can go to the next slide.
Yeah, there's one in Puerto Vallarta. There is.
Yeah.
We ate there when we
There was one there in 1999. I'm sure it's still there.
Yeah. When the one time we were in McDonald's or in Puerto Vallarta, we went to the McDonald's there.
Did we?
We did, yeah. Remember when this was the one we said, "Oh, it tastes so different." Yeah.
I think we were thinking of the U.S.
No, it was Puerto Vallarta. We went there.
Because it doesn't taste different. It tastes exactly the same.
We had something else. Maybe I'm thinking of somewhere else, but there is one in Puerto Vallarta.
We didn't like the cheeseburgers at McDonald's in the U.S. They were not good.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're trying to make this budget short here.
Yeah, so stop chatting.
We're going on 33 minutes. Chop, let's go.
Gas, 1,500 pesos or $89 or 121 Canadian.
That's our totals?
Yes, but I've also got...
just for the gas, yeah.
Yeah, that's just gas. But on the Cancun, there's 1,200 pesos extra, but it's on the Cancun site. So recorded the gas costs before and after the trip and put it on the Cancun budget part down under extras. It's part of that 12,000. And I'm not sure of the accuracy of the gas because I thought I hadn't been writing it down. And then I looked in my notes and I had been writing it down. So I'm not sure. I don't remember writing it down. So I don't know if I got it all, but that sounds like reasonable. Like if the rest of it's down in the Cancun number, that sounds about right. That's what I had written down anyways. I got to trust myself that I kept track. We can move to the next slide. What's more to say about gas?
Okay, well, I'll just kind of show you the full budget here. Because we were hiding out the corner there for a minute. Whoops, sorry guys. There we go. So that's the full budget. I was trying to move our little picture in the bottom, but Wasn't letting me there. Okay, we'll move on to the next slide. Oh.
What are you doing?
There you go. Oh, the groomer.
I tried a different groomer because I knew they were mobile as well, but more local because our groomer from Progresso charges me for him to drive out here, which is reasonable, not unreasonable, but I thought if these other groomers would do just as well, maybe we'd use them again, but they did not. They're mobile, but they work out of their truck, and I had to sit in this sweat box of a truck because my dog has so much anxiety.
Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah, and he was really rough.
Yeah, he was
and
rough.
He didn't do the full service. Like I paid for the full service, but he did nowhere near the full service just to get it done. So the groomer actually came again. The regular groomer came again today, which is a lot sooner than would normally happen because they didn't do a very good cut either. He washed him, he cut him, he didn't do his nails, nothing. So
yeah, he wasn't very good at all. And like I say, Cece was in a sweat box in the truck outside here in the yard.
Yeah.
So that was it. Jen was trying to save $1, so we went back to the old guy.
Ended up costing us more money because he had to come back sooner than normal.
Yeah.
Okay. And he got some more meds. So he's on regular, I know we talked about this last month, but he's on regular meds and he probably will be forever. 2 heart meds, 3 heart meds. So
Yeah.
moving on.
That's it.
Personal purchases, 300 pesos. Pool supplies, 240. The 300 we got CC's pouch, the zipper broke. So we got that fixed for 150 pesos. And then the guys came to fix the shower, I think it was. And I tipped them 150 bucks. Or they fixed something or other.
Was it 23 pesos per liter? I'm not sure. I don't even look at the price of the gas.
And we don't get receipts, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much it is. I don't look at it. I'll find out though. I just fill it up. I say fill.
Lleno con
Lleno.
magna.
Lleno magna.
Lleno con magna. Anyways.
It's roughly, I think, about the same as what it is in Alberta. It's cheaper than BC or the East, but it's about the same as what it is in Alberta. I believe it was anyway. Yeah, I don't even look at the price. And yeah, like Jen said, we don't get a receipt.
It's something you need, so you just pay it.
Yeah,
right?
even back home, I never looked at the prices. Yeah. Fill it up. Doesn't matter what the price is. I need gas.
I remember Bill, when we went to Campeche, he didn't fill up in Campeche because it was a few cents more in Campeche than back home. So we were driving home on fumes. Yeah,
I'm not going to stress about the price because, like I said, I need gas. And then even back home, I never looked at the price because I just didn't care. Well, I cared, but I still needed gas. Doesn't matter how much the price is, I need gas. So I wasn't, very rarely did I look at the price of the gas. I don't need this stress in my life. I need a full tank of gas. That's all I know. Fill it up.
Okay, next slide.
It's roughly, my car is 800 pesos to fill it up. From empty, yep. So whatever that is, what's that, 50, 60 bucks? Roughly?
Probably.
My car is really good on gas. We drove all the way to Cancun on a half a tank of gas, so 400 pesos, a half a tank.
Maybe 70 bucks. 65.
Yeah, well, it changes all the time. So here, I'll tell you right now. $64 to fill my tank, Canadian. So $47 US. And I can go, like I said, 4 hours all the way to Cancun, half a tank of gas, 8 hours on a tank of gas, pretty well. which is pretty darn good. So there you go. So that's it for that slide.
Yep.
I think we're just put at the end, guys. Oh, no.
Okay, so this is the part of the budget where we fall apart.
Oh,
Okay.
the Amazon purchases.
Yeah, so first of all, souvenirs. I am going on a trip in a few days
Yeah, Jen's going to Vegas,
to see my family.
and I'm jealous to see her family. I'm extremely jealous.
I'm bringing souvenirs with me.
Yeah.
So that's what that's all about.
Extremely jealous.
Prescriptions.
Oh, that don't surprise me. It's going up, my friend.
The prescriptions include
Labor Day weekend, of course. Go ahead.
vitamins, which are not that cheap. So
Yeah, we've been taking vitamins for a long time. I always took multivitamins back home in Canada, and I don't know what Jennifer did. But we do both take vitamins here now. Okay.
So 10,260 pesos on Amazon, or $830. If you take away 2,000 pesos, that's $8,259 pesos.
Yeah, but the microphones I bought were pretty expensive.
So it's maybe $120 less than. Anyway, so he got a GoPro case, a seat cushion for his bike, a mount for his bike for the GoPro. He decided to spend the night on the beach camping with his buddies, so then that meant he had to go buy a tent and a camp light. Nobody else on the beach who's camping there has these things, but he had to have them.
Oh no, there was tents on the beach. There was other people camping on the beach as well.
He got guards for the car door. You just put them on the edges so that, if they hit things when you open them, then nothing's really damaged. He had to have these microphones because he didn't like any of the microphones. I think this is the 4th or 5th microphones you've tried.
Well, I wanted to get good quality microphones for you guys, so they were for you guys.
And then he got a GoPro mod. What is that?
Everything was for you guys, with the exception of the car door protectors for the trim.
What's the GoPro mod?
Oh, that was so you can put attachments on your GoPro, and then you can add the microphones. So you can add microphones, you can add lights to the GoPro, because the GoPro is pretty limited for what you can do with it. So this mod is a case that fits over top of the GoPro, and it allows you to add another microphone. And like I said, you can put a light on it. And just to add attachments to it, basically, to the GoPro to make it more versatile.
And we both got undies.
Yeah, new underwear.
So that's not for you guys either.
No.
And the coffee pot.
Jennifer broke the coffee pot.
It broke in the same spot our last coffee pot did. It's the tip of where you pour out. The last one, though, there was like a big chunk of it missing out of it. And I think that's when you were doing the dishes that happened.
Yeah, my blood pressure has gone down since I've moved here. It was borderline. The doctor told me before I left Canada to lose some weight, I'd be okay. So I've dropped 30 pounds since I've been here. And I left.
You don't know if your blood pressure is down. You haven't measured it.
No, I checked it not that long ago. It's gone down a bit.
Oh, that's good.
Definitely gone down. I haven't checked it in a while. It's probably gone down even more. I left a lot of stress behind when I left Canada, put it that way. So
we bought some more dog treats from Amazon, and then I bought some protein powder. I'm starting to eat some smoothies for breakfast. So I got just a little bit of protein powder to make sure I'd like it, and I don't. So I'll be using other alternatives for protein. And our car charger died. So
yeah, well, it fell. I had my phone plugged in to the car charger in the car, and it fell. And it just so happens it fell right at the perfect angle where it bent the connection that goes into the phone. So it was hooped. So I had to buy a new car charger. So we just ordered it from Amazon. You know, it's just convenience with the Amazon for a lot of those things, because you're either going to drive around all over looking for this stuff if you can find it, or you just hop on your computer and you order it from Amazon. So stuff like that, like I said, the GoPro case, the bike cushion, you know, the bike mount for the GoPro bike mount. You're not going to find that here likely. You know, the tent I probably could have got at Walmart, you know, or
Not
Sam's Club.
Walmart, but
Well, maybe, or Sam's Club or whatever. I could have got the tent here. There is a sporting goods store here. Same with the camping light. I probably could have got that here as well. The car door guards, I probably could have got those here as well. Driving around looking for it, you know. So just convenience. We kind of did go. I did go a little bit crazy with the Amazon this month, but that's it. I swear, I got my fix for a year. I can't think of anything else I need. So.
yeah, and I'm just starting to source now more. Basically, I can find everything health wise here, but things I don't know really how to find back home exactly, I'm kind of going to Amazon to source. So I bought wild rice. I did look in the grocery store, but I knew they wouldn't have it, and they didn't.
Yeah, you'd
So
have to go to a health food store to get wild rice. So she ordered it online
yeah, and
from
I'm
Amazon.
trying to source whole grain bread. Now, the grocery store has what they call whole grain bread, but if you look at the first ingredient, it's flour. So
Flour,
I'm
yeah.
actually looking for truly whole grain bread.
We haven't
And
been eating hardly any starch whatsoever. Like we've had no bread in the house for a while,
a
other
month or
than,
more, maybe 2 months.
oh yeah, a couple months for sure. We've had no bread in the house
And I'm
whatsoever.
feeling so much better for it. Like maybe I haven't lost weight for it, just whatever. It's like I feel so much better.
Yeah, no bread whatsoever.
Yeah.
I did have crackers today with my soup, which I don't have very often. And then I always eat tortilla, but I've been using corn tortillas for
Yeah.
my taco
We're
breakfast.
we're all about anti-inflammatory now.
Yeah, anti-inflammatory.
Daryl's got a skin disease, which I don't remember the name of, but there's really not a lot you can do for it other than an anti-inflammatory diet. So that's why I've been doing all this health research.
Well, I grew up with acne, so I've had acne my whole life. So
Yeah, but the skin disease
we
is
went
not
to
acne. It's
no we
something
yeah. Well,
complicated.
I get cysts. We went to a dermatologist there a month ago, and yeah. So trying to eat healthier even than what we already are.
So yeah, that's Amazon.
That's it. That's all for Amazon. Next slide, please. Okay, we're at the end.
Yeah. So we've talked about our Cancun trip. We talked about the passport. So that's the cost of the passport photos, and the cost of the renewal. Jorgito had a birthday. Oh my gosh, he had such a bash for his birthday. There was so many kids, and there was a bouncy castle and a
Oh
swimming
my
pool,
God, they went
and
all
they
out for
had
Jorgito's birthday party. It was
they had
incredible.
superheroes show up like Hulk and Captain America, and Spider-Man was
It was
there.
an all-out party.
Oh, what an affair! My
Yeah,
goodness.
it was an event. It really was an event. It was
Yes.
incredible. Incredible.
Yep. And
Thousands and thousands of pesos was
I don't
spent.
even want to speculate how much that party was.
Yeah, it was
Because
definitely
they
over.
rented a room, which was quite big. I was quite surprised how
Mhm.
big the.
It was amazing. It was
Yeah.
and it was an excellent birthday party. It was a lot of fun. There was
Yeah.
a lot of kids, like Jen said. They had
I think his whole
superheroes,
class.
and yeah, they had like 5 or 6 superheroes come, a big bouncy castle, and yeah, it was a party and a half, that's for sure, with food and everything.
Yeah, So then that Spanish was 1,000 pesos, and I think I'm gonna take a break from Spanish lessons. I will continue to study Spanish, but it's I'm not liking the schedule of interrupting my workday, and the cost is getting up there. So plus I just feel like I need a break.
Oh,
Like
you know
even
what,
kids get a.
Joe? Sorry, I didn't see your message. I'm just seeing it now. We didn't give Cece anything when we flew, and he's got bad anxiety, and Jen didn't want to drug him. We're not about drugging the dog. We just don't.
I used
He's
some.
too old for one thing, and Jen just didn't want to drug him to fly here, so we
I
didn't
did
bother.
use some pheromone spray in his kennel,
Yeah.
but that was sprayed on his kennel and supposed to give them comfort. And he
Yeah,
was
I
great.
think if you
He
have a
was great
dog
on the
that can
flight.
handle it, I would suggest, because it's hard on your pet to fly it, I think, for it to get on a plane
Well,
and fly here
depends
on
on the
any dog.
depends on the pet.
Yeah, I think it's hard on any dog to fly here, in my opinion. I'm not a vet, but in my opinion, I think it's hard on any dog to fly here. And I would, I would give it drugs. I would, yeah, of some type, like through the vet, right? Like proper medication for it to fly. I would talk to your vet and see what you can give him for his anxiety to fly. That's what I would recommend. They would give you something for him, especially if your dog has anxiety. So, if he's anxious, same thing. So, but we didn't give Cece anything, and Jen figured it was really hard on him to fly here. I think it was too. It was really hard on
He
him.
did pretty good, but yeah, I think it was the flight and then landing in a strange place and not going home. Oh,
Well, yeah, and it's totally different. Like it's hot here. Like it's from one extreme to the other to
yeah,
come here to a hot, humid climate from Alberta,
it wasn't
where it's
his first
dry and cold.
it wasn't his first flight, but his first flight he flew to somewhere he knew,
Yeah,
and he flew to see you,
yeah.
and we
He
weren't
flew
gone.
in
It
Canada.
was only a few days,
Yeah, and it was a shorter flight too.
much shorter.
Much shorter, yeah. So,
Okay, we can move on to the next slide.
yeah, definitely talk to your vet about flying with your dog. That's the best advice I can give you. Okay, that's it. So now we'll do the questions. Even though we answered J. Doe, John Doe.
Yeah, and if you're watching this after the live, you can put your questions in the comments.
Yeah, if you're watching this after the live, feel free to.
Expect a big budget next month as I am flying to Las Vegas, and that wasn't cheap. I paid more than my sister did to fly from Canada. It's a longer flight, but still, I thought we got hosed in Canada on our flights, but I think you just get hosed no matter where you are.
Oh, it looks like the camera's froze up. You're holding the dog and I'm holding the dog. Looks like we have two dogs.
Can they still hear us?
Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Oh yeah, I should be able to, but the camera looks like it's froze up here for some reason. It's showing
How come
me.
the questions aren't showing up over here?
Yeah, there.
Those are old ones. Oh.
Oh, I didn't scroll down. There you go. Yeah, the camera's froze up. I see. Well, partially froze because it's showing Jen with the dog and Jen's moving around. So, but on my end, it's showing me with the dog too. So I don't know why. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really weird. Oh, you're froze too. No, you're moving around. You're moving, but I'm not. It's like it's split in half. The camera's split in half. Well, that's funky. Well, that's a good time to sign out, I guess, guys. So thanks for watching. Leave us a comment if you're watching this later on. And if you want to throw a comment in there now, go ahead. And we'll answer it even though the camera's froze up a little bit. Split screen, yeah, I don't know why it's split. It's weird. Very strange.
It's strange to see two dogs.
Yeah. Split screen. I'm froze and Jen's not.
Yep, no, I'm live.
Yeah.
Cuddling the dog. Maybe the fan is screwing things up.
No. No, it might have bumped the cable or something. I don't know.
All right. Well, adios. I got to get to my Spanish homework. Last class.
There you go. That's a terrible camera. The GoPro camera is much nicer.
What's here?
Much, much nicer.
What's here?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we're finding little marks on him lately. I don't know, he's get bit outside or something. So anyway, back to the camera from the laptop. So that's why I wanted to use the GoPro, because the GoPro is much better. It's high def, shoots in 1080. The laptop camera only shoots 780p, and it's not high def. And look how dull the color is compared to the GoPro. The GoPro is much, much nicer.
I don't think they're watching to see us. I think they are watching to see the numbers.
Yeah.
They like the numbers more than us, I think.
No, it's still froze up. All right, guys. Adios. Hasta luego. Have yourselves a good night. Thanks for sticking around, everybody. We truly appreciate you all. And we'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Be sure to leave us a comment and a big thumbs up. God bless everybody out there. Peace on earth.